Wednesdays has become a very interesting day for me. My name is Vander Puchert and this is Finding Frequency. Wednesdays, always busy. Or is it busy being busy? I don't know, you have to tell me. But you can't because you can't see what I'm doing, right? Wow, what another hummer of a day. And in fact, in a couple of minutes, 5 to be exact. What is exact? Exact. I will be going into the next meeting and then I have another one. And then I have a few other tasks to zip up before the end of the day, which is going to be late for me, but end of day for the client. Grateful to have that, as always, but slowly coming to the realization that I need to get my ass in gear with some of the other projects that I'm working on the personal side. And I'm having a conversation with one of my partners in crime tomorrow morning, and hopefully that will spin out into something interesting. Also, I'm working through because I'm kind of also sitting with this thing that I want to do, this thing that has been on the back burner for quite some time, and until I've worked through this flu, which I still I'm carrying around. Today was a little bit of a bad day for me, actually, in the sense of health-wise. Been coughing a little bit more, and the little humming effect in my ears are back. And so taking it a little bit easier, I think, is important. And then just slowly getting back into the game. But that being said, I have my plans, and I've been slowly preparing for it. But there's one or two steps in the preparation that I need to complete before doing this, and I really need to force myself to do it because I've invested a lot of money, time, and effort into getting to this point, and now I'm scared to pull the trigger. There, I said it, and I just have to do it. But I'm excited too, so let's see what happens. I think also as the challenge with what I want to do is the cadence of continuing to add value, and you can only do that by really doing planning. And when it comes to planning, I like to just wing it sometimes. And that's not always a good thing, right? Winging it. Because I think when you wing things, sometimes you have to, that first step, just go for it. Don't hold yourself back like I'm doing at the moment. But the rest of it should be planned. I've seen so many presentations and conversations back in the day where some of my partners in crime were so confident that they could wing it. They shone in their unpreparedness. And I think people can be gracious and accepting of a lot of things that you do when you ask for their time. So when you do things and let's say there's a mistake or there's an error or something goes wrong or not to plan or a kid runs into the meeting, people forgive those things. But I think people struggle to forgive the fact if you come to a meeting unprepared or to a offering or you invite people and you haven't prepared properly, because it's kind of a little bit disrespectful, right? I don't know. I think so. But what is the extraordinary of today? I have to think a little bit about it. But yeah, and it's not because I'm struggling to find things. I had a great meal with my wife again today. This working from home, we kind of work past each other, very focused, but then there's these little gaps in the day where we get to sit down and eat together for a break, for a little bit of a break. And then Francie's been chipper. It's been difficult to feed him his medicine. I must really record one of those sessions for you so you can hear that side of the Franciness. He doesn't like medicine at all. But I think it's also a mental thing that he works himself into the state that he doesn't want to do it. He's a bit like his dad. Works himself up before anything has really happened. But we have to do our stuff, right? And that is it. Oh, by the way, I have to also add this to the archives of audio. Marta and I officially registered for vaccinations, or at least indicated our intention to be vaccinated this past Sunday. Nothing has really happened yet. I think our name is being added to a list. And then from that list, they will pull us in then and get more information, blah, 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 blah. But The first step has been taken. Our names have been submitted into some kind of database. Who knows? How strange is it? My name is now somewhere on the list to be vaccinated against this scourge that is COVID-19. Wow. And as I said yesterday, I still hear from a lot of my friends and a lot of folks asking and debating and craving for the normality to come back. Man, I'm there as well. But I still see updates that some people will only get their vaccines in 2022. And will these vaccines be the answer? Who knows? But I think we really need to step up our game in a sense of like coming up with this new normal. I recently, today actually saw a concert, I think it was the Flaming Lips, where everybody was in a bubble, like one of these big inflatable bubble jobs. So the whole audience, each one individually was in a bubble. And maybe we need to start thinking like that. I need to buy a bubble and I can take my bubble to things and we can hang out again. I don't know. I think I mean, it sounds stupid, right? But we need to start figuring shit out because this sitting at home thing, man, let me pay 100 zloty and get an inflatable bubble. And I can go walk around and sit in a coffee shop at least, or stand in a coffee shop in my bubble and get coffee through a bubble trapdoor. I know I'm talking a bunch of shit now, but I think we need to start thinking about these things. Really. How can we let this freaking virus and politicians control our lives like this? Let's come up with a bubble idea. There must be some kind of idea we have to just let us all get together again and have some fun. Even if it's just separated by a little bubble jobby. Maybe there's some thinking to do in that joke. Anyway, I'm already a minute late. A minute late for my next meeting, guys. So I would rather be hanging out with you, but hey, I need to pay the rent. Thanks for listening.